Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. One up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now after the INT, it's Carr. A very quick pass to Ridley. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. First down, they'll run with Hunt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down, Miami.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And this will be stopped at one, good for 7 yards.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 44, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch. take the hit and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
You'll be all right.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Carr going to throw.
What I can do for you.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. This is Hunt. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and 2, Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kareem Hunt with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Raiders nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Allen with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Corey Davis. Touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
CC violation.
No doubt.
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a lot of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Mostert. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. With the pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 39.
Brought down at the
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Down. It's Hunt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Jared Wilson.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Snags it for a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's up and good.
Raiders nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. First down. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support him. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. So he had to make the run for nothing for us.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before for kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darnold from the gun. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he has multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. picked by Jared Wilson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Rashawn Leland. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Zerline set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Through an opening, and there he goes. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Well, we thought they needed a big drive to get them right back in this game to start the third quarter. They did one better than that. They just returned the opening kickoff.
And what you gain with that is obviously the points on the board. You gain momentum, and now your team's all fired up. And you save time. You didn't have to use a drive to get it downfield. One big play, that leaves you plenty of time left to continue to mount the comeback.
He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Raiders 7. Graham.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Carr. It's third down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Carr. Almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
He was covered by Trey Waynes.
From the gun, Carr. This throw at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to board his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kareem Hunt with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Raiders 7. Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Ball carrier.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 44, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This is individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a quarterback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said,
it's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A first down throw, Darnold. Man open, it's Goodwin. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Goodwin with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 27-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards.
1st down, Dolphins.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Brings up 2nd and...
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the draw play, Coleman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing it in here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On the year, it's a 1st down.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Darnold completes it. And he'll get it down to the
and 7 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Third and long, it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All the more on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, oh, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm ready, get into the chicken. I take the finger, lick a chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All the more on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. Shoes so I can swipe, say the summer right. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new Chris Watch, but it don't take time. I pull up on a hop if you talk too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. With this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All the more on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. I taste the finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good walk. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. check, try and run an operation. Went broke in the check and put $100 savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in the city for the you know what you trying to do. Cause I'm open to it. I know that you miss him, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, try and run an operation. Went broke in the check and put $100 savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMP. Go and get yourself this thing. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz with this pink stuff. Is on tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving out of shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I heard it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, try and run an operation. Went broke in the check and put $100 savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera system incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm